Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Now, you might think that I spend a lot of time setting up these projects, and I do. Some of the projects take quite a while to set up, but most of them are like this. I got 15 minutes in between this job and the next, and I'm taking advantage of the time and getting this frame disassembled. And while I'm doing that, I'm running the camera. That way, later on, it's either B-roll or else it's used in the main video, and I talk about something that I've done or am doing. In this case, I have to get this disassembled so that I can put it together over there where it belongs. So, it's kind of fun to do, and it's not a thing that I have to worry about a whole lot, because it's just, 15 minutes. Now, something I do have to be careful of, because I've got a lot of expensive equipment sitting out here running, I have to be careful that I'm not going to move something and whack into it. You notice I'm not running the bringing the Canon camera outside very much. I dropped it again the other day. The tripod was sitting in what I thought was a safe spot, and everything seemed to be okay. The camera came loose on the ball mount on the Manfrotto tripod, tipped forward, and that real heavy camera flipped it forward off the tripod. It went right down on the nose. Now, fortunately, Lydia suggested that I buy UV protectors, UV filters for the lens. She said, you want to have that, not so much to filter the UV, that's nice, but mostly because that's a sacrifice. They cost about 13 bucks. Not cheap. I mean, it's just a little clear glass lens about that big around, 67 millimeter camera lens, and cost 13 bucks to replace it, but that $150 to $400 lens on the front of the camera doesn't knock out the lens when it lands on its nose. That little aluminum ring protects the threads on the front, keeps the camera safe. I also stopped using the Manfrotto tripod. It wasn't heavy enough for the camera. Now, when I went to the camera store, they said, oh sure, it'll be just fine, but it's not heavy enough. The ball won't hold the camera. It just won't work. So I've got an old Sears tripod that came with a video camera, bulletproof. It's like a battleship. And that one, when you put a camera on it, it doesn't wobble, it doesn't wiggle around. It also has a hook underneath it that you can put a weight on it. So if I bring the big camera outside, I'm going to be using the Sears. And I'll probably tie a cement block to it with a bungee cord so that the wind won't blow it over. Right now I've got the Nikon, which I have two Nikons. One of them is slightly damaged, still works too, takes good pictures, and the microphone works okay. Not as good a microphone as the Canon. You can kind of tell the difference between the audio of the Canon and the Nikon, at least I can, and I'm deaf. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I do these things, and I've got a iPhone, or I've got the Samsung phone over there on a tripod, and I've got the Nikon on another tripod. So this is how I make videos. Some people might think, oh, that's a lot of fussing for what you're getting out of it. I enjoy it. I hope you do too. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. I read them all. Thanks for watching. Now I gotta get back to taking this thing apart. My time is burning. Well, I got the frame disassembled, got the pathway back to the fire pit cleared out a little bit. I had to drive the tractor all the way around the outside of it to haul that big branch back. So, one more task done.